What is going on, YouTube? This is your boy Vinny Balls Official, the Beast from the Northeast, and I have to apologize to you first off. PSN was down like yesterday, so I was unable to upload another video. So if you notice, the name of this video is called the weekly wrap up. I don't know if this is going to become something new or if it's just something I'm trying for now, because I could do the weekend jump up. I mean, we're already in the weekend. But as far as the weekly wrap up goes, if you notice at the beginning, I mean, the big news this week was Red Dead Redemption 2. That's right, we finally got a trailer. And it had started at the beginning, like somewhere around Sunday and Monday. Well, last weekend it started, and Rockstar started posting these really cryptic messages. Like their logo with a red background, and then they started adding it little by little by little. Leading up to Thursday when we got the trailer. When we got the trailer, it was amazing. Yeah, that's right. Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be coming fall 2017. It is, and we don't know if that's actually a fact. I mean, you know how Rockstar is with these things. I mean, look at how long it took them to release Grand Theft Auto. They said it was supposed to be out back in I think sometime during the spring of 2012 or 2013. I don't think it came out till really more towards the end of 2013, beginning of 2014. So yeah, we're talking about Red Dead Redemption here. Next installment in Rockstar's big epic Western adventure. Red Dead, which if you remember, the original one was called Red Dead Revolver, which is actually free. Well, it's not free. You can actually buy it this week on PlayStation, HD remaster or something. I mean, I really didn't start getting into the game until Red Dead Redemption, which Red Dead Redemption had an amazing story. The gameplay was amazing, and I really hope, and it looks like they might possibly bring back what we had in Red Dead Redemption. Now, it looks like it might, now, if you remember this image from earlier this year, now, this was leaked earlier this year, and a lot of YouTubers were kind of skeptical, kind of questioned whether or not this was an enhanced visual from from the original Red Dead Redemption, or if it might have possibly had something to do with that. Sorry about that, with Red Dead Redemption 2, and it turns out that it actually had something to do with Red Dead Redemption 2. And as I continue on throughout this video, I'm going to be going over a few things. I'm going to have screenshots popping up in the background. I mean, a lot of people are believe that this might possibly be like a prequel. This might have possibly taken place back in the 1800s, whereas Red Dead Redemption took place back in the 1900s, which means that the main protagonist of Red Dead Redemption might possibly be back, John Marston, which I think would be pretty cool. I mean, I know there was a lot there going on at the end of Red Dead Redemption. You guys remember John Marston got killed, and resurrected in Left 4 Dead. Yeah, look at this. I mean, it looks really detailed, as you can see. I mean, these probably aren't the best screenshots, but you can see that was a picture of a center of a town or something. You can see some turkey vultures out there and some dogs barking at it, and the turkey vultures gnawing on something. Pretty graphic there, but still nevertheless pretty detailed. And I can't wait to see what it looks like on the PS4. I mean, I think it's going to be an amazing game. I mean, I really think I'm excited. Me and a lot of my friends are excited for this game to come out. We've always been fans of Red Dead Redemption. Like I said, I'd even go as far to buy, if they did a remaster of the original Red Dead Redemption on Sony PlayStation 4, I'd probably buy it, because it was such a great game. You guys, it had a great story. There was a lot of twists and turns, and I mean, it was just a great story, great gameplay. I mean, it was nothing like being out in the frontier during that time, back during the Industrial Revolution, which is when Red Dead Redemption took place, back in the 1900s, frontier time. And as you can see, we have now, if you notice the image in the beginning of this, we had our 7 riders. It looked like our 7, I don't know if there's 7 lead characters, if there's going to be 7 protagonists. We're not too sure about this yet, but I'm sure they're all going to play their part as they did before. But it looks like it might possibly be John Marston in the gang, before before the early 1900s, before everything went south for John Marston and Bill Williams and everybody else that turned on everybody. And it looks like they're going to be bringing them back, you know what I mean, which it's going to be pretty exciting to see. And if you notice, I don't have a very clear picture, but it looks like one of the protagonists or one of the leads might possibly be a female character. Could it be Abigail? I mean, I don't know. I mean, possibly it could be John Marston's wife, because if you remember, in the original Red Dead Redemption, there was a few times where she talked about how her and, or he talked about him and Abigail met up during his days when he ran with the gang. And look at this, you guys. I mean, just beautiful. Look how the sun's just like coming through the trees. I mean, now it doesn't get any better than that, you know. I mean, I'm loving these leaked images so far. I'm loving the idea of Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, a lot of people were, you know, were assuming that it might possibly be called, like, you know, Red Dead Redeemed or Red Dead Redeemers, because they were thinking Rockstar might possibly stick with that whole RDR theme. You know, like they did, you know, you had Red Dead Revolver, which was technically technically the first one in the series. Then you had Red Dead Redemption that came out like shortly, that came out like over on PS3. Red Dead Revolver came out on PS2. I never got a chance to play that. Like I said, I really didn't get into the game till Red Dead Redemption. I was like, well, this looks interesting, you know, because I really love Grand Theft Auto. As you can see, I'm always playing it, and there's a lot of Grand Theft Auto videos on my channel. And so I was like, hey, so I'll check it out. So I gave it a try, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, I loved the hunting, I loved the barn, and I loved everything. And again, man, as you can see, we have a screenshot here of a river, and it looks like there's a couple people in the canoe. You know, the sun's like setting, or the sun's rising. I'm not sure. Is it possible that we're actually going to be able to travel by water? You know, as we weren't able to on the original Red Dead Redemption. I mean, I don't know. That kind of seems like it's kind of like what it's pointing towards. You know, Rockstar's kind of dropping a few little hints there, like exactly what you're going to be able to do and what's going to be going on. And there was quite a few, again, like I said, there was quite a few leaks earlier this year, and one being, you know, a map, and it was confirmed. I think now it's confirmed to actually be the actual map of the new Red Dead Redemption, and it looks like a lot of places that are in Red Dead Redemption are actually like on there. So and you know, so it's gonna, so yeah, like I said, I mean, that map leak has been confirmed to actually be the actual map. Again, as you can see, we have the looks like we have the open fields here. It looks like that might possibly be our protagonist. I don't know. I mean, either way, I mean, from what I've seen, I mean, I wish it would have given us a little bit more. They did kind of give us an idea as to exactly where it's going to take place. I mean, I'm thinking they say the frontier, which is, if you know, they refer to the frontier as you know, kind of like Iowa, Illinois, up in them areas, and I even think like New Orleans or New Bordeaux might possibly be included in there. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun to play, and they're gonna be bringing back a lot of the original elements that made Red Dead Redemption so popular. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of animals. There's a lot. The map's definitely a lot bigger than what it was in the previous game, but we couldn't do that in the you know, in the previous game, because I mean, we only had so much room on the PS3, and Rockstar only had so much room, so they had to work with what they had. Even it was kind of a stripped down version of like of what they could have done. But now it looks like they're bringing this all back. This is a map that I'm talking about right here. If you notice, and I have another screenshot coming up after this, I do. But if you notice the you know, the Roman rivers and everything else, and just like the mass of, you know, just like the mass, like the size of the map is just absolutely. It looks like it's going to be huge. I mean, we're talking mountains, we're talking cities, we're talking, you know, ranges, you know, everything else. I mean, I'm excited for it. They also said something that they're going to continue. They are going to do a Red Dead Redemption 2 online. They did talk about that, and I mean, I think they're going to be taking a lot of tips from Grand Theft Auto, how they did the online portion of you know, GTA. I mean, with you know, a really, you know, kind of like a living, breathing kind of like world, you know, giving your characters, your online characters, places to live and things to do, you know, updates, etc. And I mean, I really think they're gonna be taking this to the next level, kind of like they did with GTA. And again, so like I said, if you remember the map, now you see that river. Now, if you look closely on the map that was just on the screen, if you would have seen it, you can see the exact, almost like the exact shape, the exact, you know, how the river like flows, you know, like in through the, you know, in through the land masses and everything else. I mean that's gonna be cool to like water travel and everything else. I mean, I'm excited for the game, definitely excited. And you know, even though they say like, you know, fall 2017, chances are they might possibly like push it back a little bit more to like. To like, you know, more close to like 2018, early 2018, I think sometime during the spring of 2018. But still, that's what we have to look forward to, and that's been the big news this week, you know. And I don't know, but it kind of looks like to me, kind of like the one of the main protagonists might actually be, you know, a younger version of John Marston. That's just my opinion. I mean, but what do I know? but I'm guessing, like I said, it's a prequel, so it's going to take place back in the 1800s again. You know, as you can see, we have the mountains, we have the, you know, it's just, I mean, we have a lot going on here. You know, a lot of detail, a lot of things. Like if you look at Red Dead Redemption now, like on the PS3, and you look at these screenshots and even the trailer of Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, the detail and how far they brought it is just amazing. And I'm excited to play it again. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's been the big news all week long. It has, and I mean, it's what everybody's been talking about. And I really can't wait to see like the next trailer. Maybe the next trailer might possibly introduce us to the protagonist. Maybe give us a little bit more, because you know how Rockstar likes to do it. They release a little by little, and they kind of just get you pumped up, get you amped up for the finished, you know, the final product. And I mean, and that's just like how Rockstar does it, you know. And if they push it back, it just makes us like a lot more hungry, a lot more thirsty. It's like, oh, you know, we got to get our hands on this game, and we want to play it like right now, you know. And again, as you can see, we have Worth's General Store, which that might indicate that it might actually take place in you know, in Texas. I mean, because if you think about it, before Texas was known, Fort Worth, Texas was known as Fort Worth, it was actually called Worth. So I mean, it looks like it might take like you know, some place. It's going to definitely take place somewhere in the Midwest. I mean, we know that, you know, the middle portion of the United States, and it's gonna be again, like I said, they brought back a lot of the elements. It looks like, you know, hunting is back. You know, it looks like you know, buying, you know, bartering, everything else is back, and with that, I mean, it looks like they're operating on entirely new, like improved, like engine for it. It looks like the hunt's been improved, and I mean, just like the gameplay itself has been improved altogether. And like I said, the online portion is going to be absolutely amazing. I can't wait to jump into that come fall 2017. This looks like it might actually be our protagonist. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, look at the details. It looks like that might actually be a ranch. Is it John Marston's ranch? I don't know, because I'm unsure if he owned the ranch before Red Dead Redemption, or if that's when, you know, he finally decided to settle down with Abigail and he bought the ranch and they had Jake. Which reminds me, you know, we might actually, who knows? I mean, this is just speculation, but we might get like a glimpse into the early years, definitely the early years of John Marston, but like, you know, also like the backstories to how him and Abigail got together, how Jake was born, and everything else. Who knows? I mean, our imagination is just running like rampant right now. All we can do is just wait until they release some more screenshots, you know, some more details on the game. And this right here, the screenshot I have coming up, actually looks like Elizabeth County, you know, like tall trees somewhere in that area. If you remember, there was looks like there was like an oil field out there or something. And here's our protagonist again. I mean, looks like something's on fire. Something just exploded. But anyways, you guys, again, I hope you're having a great weekend. I'm sorry there was no sales going on this weekend. Again, like I said, PSN like completely shut me down. They would not let me upload, not for nothing this weekend. So you know, again, I apologize, and because I did fall so far behind, I do want to try to bring you another video tomorrow, and I know I always say that, but this time, you know, I want to kind of introduce you in this next video I'm going to have coming up. I want to kind of introduce you to my GTA Online like crew. You know, ever since the biker DLC came out, we're going to probably talk to like Nitro Lopez 420. We'll see how that works out, you guys. You know, maybe do like a little mashup of exactly like how the Wolfpack does it. But anyways, hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know, comment, like, and subscribe. This has been a Vinny Balls official production. I'm out.
Yeah.
Who was that, Quiet Riot? No, was that Kiss, or was that Quiet Riot or Twisted Sister? I can't remember.
Alice Cooper. Oh, you need to see mad long ago.
Alice Cooper. That's who it is, man. Alice Cooper. Thank you, Sam.
He's almost there.
Yeah, he's almost there.
How long?
Oh, come on, man. Don't do that. Is he stopping again? Yeah, he's stopping again. He's stopping again.